So, welcome from Germany. Here's Hans Erhorn, and I have the pleasure to give you the outcome and short overview about the topic quality of work. I work at the Fraunhofer Institute for Building Physics in Germany and have been a work package leader on this topic here in the QUALICHeCK project. Just to show the importance of this issue, we collected information from different surveys done in the member states and have seen that perhaps in Germany we have around 10% of our building costs that are related to construction defects, and we heard from France they have comparable values. So we believe that these are the low-hanging fruits what we have to looking for when we concentrating on better requirements, or before we set up better requirements, we first should look on better quality on the work on EPC as well. What we have done, you just listened to François, is that we collected the information to so-called source books. So that is the most comprehensive document what we have also on quality of the work, and you can see here the content, what's coming out. So we analyzed the first step the reasons, and then we checked the philosophy, how the boundary condition can be improved, and then we documented best practice examples we found already in use in the member states, and that is more or less the outcome. Just to the first part, the analysis, the reasons why quality often is not in the expected way realized. We found four main topics. One is specification area. Peter Wouters already mentioned at the beginning. Then we have the problem that some of the workers are not competent as they should be, and then we have critical economic conditions and lack of control. And there are a lot of different things what we figured out, but last not least, that are the main areas we have to look for to bring the quality better. What I will do here in this webinar is just to give you a short idea of the outcomes. And therefore I present some of the results we have, or some of the case studies we found in the member states. What we have done is, besides the source book, we documented this procedures in so-called fact sheets. You will hear later on all the fact sheets, but so you have a detailed description on the fact sheet, and then you have the condensed description in the source book you can find. The first important activity we found and documented is that you should, if you try to make quality better, you have to concentrate on a clear description and work specification. Otherwise, you never can check if that what you expect really is realized. And we have found different examples. One of the most comprehensive one is from Sweden, so-called AMA, General Material and Workmanship Specification System. And here, since I think more than 30 years, they collect descriptions, and this can be used for everyone who is writing a tender or something else, to specify what has to be done and how you should check the work during the process. We have comparable activity in Germany. We call this the Standardleistungsbuch für Bauwesen. There we also have this process and the documentation, and you can use it as well. And then We have a voluntary scheme as well in Germany, and that is a rule and guideline or collection of guidelines for installing system like Windows. And in this procedure, there is also clear description how you have to prove and how you have to document and how you have to store this documentation over a long period, so that you always can show what is how this window was installed 20 years ago. So that is what we have. Other interesting example is a voluntary scheme from Austria about training for installers of heat pumps, solar thermal systems, PV and ventilation systems. And so they organized at the AET, the Austrian Institute for Technology, course system and certification system, and offered this to the installer in Austria. And it is voluntary, but if you use the certification scheme, there are different certification schemes, you have to use this procedure, you have to show that you followed up this procedure. So what is the main things in that is that they, sorry, that was too fast, that they have developed a course of 5 to 8 days, and then they have 1 day examination, and after that the installer gets a certificate, and this certificate can be used for 3 years, and after 3 years you have to proceed with this procedure. And this is really a good thing. And currently in Germany we have a big issue on the real performance of heat pumps in the field. And the outcome was that a lot of information is needed for installers, what is not currently available on each side. So therefore it's a really good example, and I think it's useful for other countries as well. Fact sheet number 47 is about insulation of cavity walls, and here in UK, after study of potentials, they found out that they have to make special attention on the cavity walls in UK, but they find out that a lot of people are not aware on this procedure, and therefore they established a fund, and in this fund guarantees for the building owners, they apply that this technology, that this system is worked out as it was planned, and if there are problems, then this fund guarantees the owner that it get repaired, and at the end you have the system in use as you expected that. After this fund and this guarantee scheme, they implemented in UK, and in UK they have around 150,000 flats, or 150,000 houses with cavity wall, and you see here, after a short introduction period to the market, they have about 50,000 installation per year, and at the end they nearly have installed all the cavity walls within a period of nearly 15 to 18 years. So that is a very, very good approach to force the market and to help the user and the owner of the building for a guaranteed result. Another procedure is we tried in Germany, that is the so-called German declaration, German contractors declaration. So that means at the end of the work, the contractor has to declare that he confirmed all the installation, what he has done is in accordance with the requirement of the German energy saving audience, and then he especially has to mark what he has done, and so then he has to sign, and he has to hand it over to the client at the end of the process. And that helps to make more attention of the installer to do the work real, if at the end he has to set a sign under this document and hand it over. Another procedure we've documented there is an endurance or quality endurance system from the German financing bank, Kreditanstalt für Wiederaufbau, and what they do is they establish a procedure how to check during the whole process the quality of the renovation or of the new building construction process. So they have a clear scheme there, and they have some points of attention, like when you have your application, then you have a randomly selected energy calculation, and they check if everything is in line, and then you have a second step after the completion that you also have a calculation and verification process, and you have an on-site inspection. So this works very well, this process as well, and we have nearly 100,000 funded commitments with around 300,000 flats per year. What is proceeding in this process here with a high quality check during the whole process. And they have then the inside inspection with currently an sampling rate of 0.3%. So that was a short overview of some examples, and as I told before, we documented all of them, as well as the documented example we find on the critical situation in two reports, and all this can be found on the website. Thank you for your attention.